The Dolphins have not won in Detroit since Thanksgiving Day 2006. Could be a lot of points in this one today. Kickoff is coming up.
Williams at the 5, and he'll take it in for a touchdown.
Right up the middle.
There was nobody there.
I don't think he got touched. What an easy drive.
Lions marching right down the field again. Goff to Swift. Touchdown. And the Lions are rolling here in the first quarter. Dolphins trying to get something going here in the first quarter. Tua to the air on first down. Deep down the field for Tyreek Hill. He's got him at the 41. Tyreek Hill down the field. And another big play by Hill. Quick snap. Tua surveying the scene to the end zone. Touchdown. And it's Jalen Waddle. And you know what we're going to get now? Oh, yeah. Waddle with his 4th touchdown of the season.
Nice job. Nice job.
Looking for more here. He's got a man deep. It's Raymond. And he's got it at the 5. Gets up and spun down. Another big play for the Lions. Back to Williams with a flag down. Williams scores the touchdown. 3 touchdowns on their first 3 drives today. Tua is looking deep. Steps up. Now he's going to fire it down the field. Hill makes the catch. Tyreek Hill continues to blaze his way. 3rd and 6. Tua looking deep. He's got a man. Tuck number 2 for Waddle. And here comes the Waddle.
Let's go.
And we've got a high-scoring affair in Detroit.
You got it right where you want it. You got it right where you want it. You got it right where you want it.
Great job up front by the offensive line, because watch to a 1-pass, 2 passes, and allowing these receivers to push the pocket and get down the field.
3rd and 6. Over the middle, and another first down. This time to Waddle. Tua over the middle. He's got Tyreek Hill to the 29-yard line. And Sanders is good. With 2:06 to go. The 24-17 game. And Badgley's kick is good, and that's the final play of the first half. It will be Tua to get the ball to begin the second half. Throwing on first down. Tua on the move. Has Gesicki. Tua. And he's got Tyreek Hill again. Mostert running left. Nice run inside the 20. 3rd and 6. Quick pass. Short field. Stretches out. And he's down at the 1. Ingold goes over to take the snap. Trying to run it in.
And he gets into the end zone.
Miami's off
Seahawks have their first lead in this football game.
What a comeback.
Down at 9. Big play for the Lions here early in the fourth quarter. Pressure's coming. Goff can't get away. And Sheeler buries him.
We talked about it early, Jimmy. You got to get pressure on these quarterbacks. They got to feel you.
4th and 2. 3 minutes to go. Big play here. Goff looking to throw. Has time. Now taking a deep shot for Reynolds. And it's incomplete.
Boy, they went for the home run, Jimmy.
Lions fans hoping for a defensive stop. They trail 31-27. If you're Miami, do you run the ball, make Detroit use that timeout, or do you maybe throw the ball with the idea of a first down gives us a win? Tua's chased. Throws on the run. He's got a man. And that is Tyreek Hill. And now all the Miami Dolphins have to do is take a knee. And Mike McDaniel, with that call, will pick up his 5th win of the season.
Now we out of here.
Double done, baby. Kick. Go.
This is a team moment, okay? That's a big, big win for this team because those ones are hard. You're on the road and guys come out hot and people have to persevere. There's something special about this unit, and today is a prime example. We win a game scoring 30 points. After last week, we win a game scoring 16, okay? Every team has to strap up against us, and that's all we wanted, okay? We've battled through adversity. We've had a bunch of stuff happen, and look at yourselves, you're 5-3, battle tested, okay? Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Bring it in, bring it in. Hey, more games ahead for us, fellas. Let's go. Family on 3, 1, 2, 3. Family. Woo!
I hear the train a-comin'. It's rollin' around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine. I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps a-rollin'. All down to San Antonio. All down to San
What is happening, you guys? And welcome to another episode of the Finn's Tailgate. I am your host, El Capitan. This is the tailgate party that never seems to end. I appreciate everybody getting in here, getting in chat, hitting the like button on your way in. If you guys are watching on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, hello. Please make the journey over to YouTube. Get in on the conversation. If you guys enjoy watching it on Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter, stay there. Just trying to get our subscriber base up over here on YouTube. This is home base. Really appreciate everyone who does subscribe. Hit the like button, everyone. We really, again, appreciation all the way around. Let me switch over to this. Boom. There we go. So, guys, make sure you guys are checking out all the great content we have here on the network. Color coming on Tuesdays and doing coffee and a cup of color afternoons quite a bit. So, guys, make sure you guys are keeping the notification bell on to make sure to catch whenever Color's going to drop one on you. Saturday nights, everybody already knows. Late Night Exhale with Ali, 10 p.m. coming at you. And then, guys, as you guys have guessed, me, El Capitan, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all the time, anytime, calling games, everything. Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate, help support the show. You can also support the channel through the Fanatics link in the description. Get all your officially licensed gear from our official partners at Fanatics. Also, guys, there's a link for our gear. All of our sweet swag, all kinds of good stuff. We got also customized things. As you guys know, links are in the description for all the good stuff. Make sure to pick it up with the ladies. Flags, beanies, hats, everything. Appreciate it, guys. And don't forget, we are partnered with Backroom Collections. Bing! Right there. If you use offer code hashtag TFTG, you will get 10% off all your purchases. And let them know we sent you. Friends of the show, friends of the family. Guys, thank you for coming. Hit the like button. Been putting out all kinds of videos. Shout out to all the members and the mods. If you're a member, you're getting some of the videos released a little earlier that we're dropping out here. Just clips and stuff of good things that are going around. Try to make some things exclusive for the members. A little perk of being a member. Hit the join button. Become a member of the family. It's another great way to support the channel. You can also use the super chat. Much obliged. Shout out to Pete. I seen the super chat. I appreciate it, brother. You guys know it's a second job and it's a lifestyle. It has changed everything in so many ways. So much sacrificing goes into doing this. But I love it and I love you guys, and I'm happy to share all this with you guys and have a place and building the idea that I thought that, hey, we need a digital tailgate party. There's too many Dolphins fans spread all throughout the United States and the globe that don't get opportunities to come and be at a Dolphins game. Don't get opportunities to experience it. Some may never get an opportunity to experience what it's like to be at the tailgate party. And so I figured I could bring that to them. And that was the mission statement. And it's all about being open and respectful while understanding what it is when we're talking about football and tailgating and partying and winning around these parts. And I want everyone to get down. Listen, tailgates are crazy. There's kids running around with no shoes on playing football. Everyone's having a few. Might even be a little shoving, maybe even a little, scuffle. But hey, that's all right as long as we can shake hands afterwards, kiss, make up, realize that the blood that comes out is aqua and orange, and we're all on the same family and same team. That, as things get better around here, we can take that, I don't want to say negative energy, because I don't believe it to be negative energy. In fact, I think it's a healthy human thing to have your frustrations, voice them, fight about it, argue about it, and grow. So that's kind of what it is. I defer onto humanity acting like humans, and I appreciate it, and that's what I wanted for you guys, and I appreciate you guys, man. Shout out to Marino's Goat, got in here first and early, my guy. John in here, family up in this mug. What's up, Lou? Chef Zhu, what's going on? Shout out to the mods and the members. As Chef knows, family, these guys are part of the TFTG family. You can hit the join button. And like Chef says, subscribe, like, share, donate, become a member. Your seat is waiting for you. We appreciate it. Pete, what's going on? The Bears will destroy us if Fields gets the golf time. Thank you. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Whose birthday? Wait a minute. Is it your birthday, Pete? If it's your birthday, happy birthday. But, no, I don't think so. Fields isn't the type of guy that's just slicing and dicing people. That run game is something fierce. And honestly, bringing in Bradley Chubb hopefully ends a lot of the time in the pocket some quarterbacks are finding themselves with. We're going to get into all that. The Fins Tank, what's going on? Or the Fin Tank, excuse me. Somebody important. Salute. John, what's up, buddy? I see you watching over there on Facebook. Enjoy. Mean Mantis, Robert, what's going on, guys? Colin, what's going on? Squid Games. Timothy, what's happening? Gavin, welcome. Carla, hello. Marino's Goat. Finn's Tail Gate, what's happening, brother? Pete, again, thank you for the $10 donation. I loved this game, talking about our last victory. I loved it too, man. I love any victory, but especially one in which the offense just ripped them a new asshole, for lack of a better term. Sorry. Try not to swear as much, but it is the late nights. But, thank you, Pete, for the donation. I appreciate it. Yeah, Kevin, what's happening? Family member in here, Kevin. Awesome way to start the stream. Pumped up for the Sunday versus Chicago. Me too, bro. Windy City. Like we ain't got wind here in Florida. What you talking about? We's a peninsula. We got wind all over the place. Ain't shook on no wind or inclement weather. This team, listen, guys, this football team doing what they did in the trade deadline has got me so juiced up for the future. And in more ways than one, I'm the most juiced up about Tua. And I know everybody's like, what do you mean? Well, it's because I'm just going to get into it before I start saying hi to everybody. To me, Kevin, and everybody, the Dolphins did the fan base a huge favor by doing something that's very risky and very scary. They gave up their first-round draft pick for next year. And to me, and anyone who's thinking logically, that retaining that first-round draft pick is really kind of just keeping the door open and an option to pivot on getting a different quarterback in here, whether it's drafting one, whether it's going and buying someone, trading, whatever the case may be. And not that I'm not down to talk about all those scenarios and look at things and stuff like that, but my heart of hearts would rather just have the quarterback we've got work out, who has been working out. My point about this is that the team has taken something off of our plate, at least as fans and as creators, and it's a good thing. They got rid of the broccoli, for you people who don't like broccoli, for lack of a better term. It's showed their faith in Tua, that no matter what happens next year, the team currently constructed, other than like Mike Gesicki and contract extensions and people they'll add, but the meat and potatoes of it is that this football team, offensively and defensively, they are comfortable and they feel ready and set to go this year and next year. And to me, whether Tua has proved himself to be a franchise quarterback to you as the fan or not, doesn't matter. He is going to remain the starting quarterback in Miami this year and next year. And it kind of... It's kind of a sigh of relief. You guys know me. Most of you that have been following since the beginning, I've been critical of Tua. I've been, praising of him at times as well, giving it where it is. But all of us, even the Tua lovers, even the ones that are crazy about Tua before he did anything to get all this success at this point, all of us in the back of our mind are wondering, does the team keep him? And now the Dolphins organization did this to us by looking at Deshaun Watson, by, just always, Deshaun Watson, Tom Brady, you name it. They've been looking, okay? Flores leaves, McDaniel comes in. They essentially gave Tua and McDaniel a trial of this year to get it together. Now, I thought that they would give it till definitely to the trade deadline, but also to, the bye week before they started making some serious assessments where they would, start knowing where the future may lie for this football team. But obviously they're feeling extra good about it, which makes me feel extra good about it because there's a plan in place. The plan that they implemented in the offseason is obviously bearing fruit outside of what we can see as Dolphins fans, watching the game, seeing the exciting plays, Tyreek Hill, Jaylen Waddle, the numbers, the victories, all that stuff. But that inside the building, they feel like, hell yeah, we got this right. We like so much what we've seen in the first 8 weeks of this regime, for quote unquote, is that they go, we need more of this. We need to know that this is the team next year as well. It takes pressure off of Tua. It takes pressure off of McDaniel in some ways. Unnecessary pressure, not good pressure, because there is something to be said about good pressure. Needing to win. What I mean by that is it takes pressure off me. I don't have to, keep up on the Lamar contract situation. I don't have to keep up on what draft quarterbacks are coming in. I don't have to think in those terms. I don't have to worry about them because the Dolphins aren't going to do it. And the product in which I'm being given at the moment, I am immensely pleased with. So I don't think a lot of people understand how big of a day it was yesterday for us as far as us as fans being able to, I don't want to say breathe a sigh of relief, but kind of put any franchise quarterback talk on the back burner because we now have pushed the timeline out in which that conversation becomes another one we start to have because the team has shown us success on offense and success with Tua in this scheme and that they believe in it in the immediate future. Now, will this bust the door open and Tua gets a contract extension or they pick up the 5th-year option and this will be our franchise guy for years to come? That's to be continued. But we come one step closer to having numero uno as the Miami Dolphins franchise quarterback and us feeling comfortable with all of it solidified as such. So really a lot of things have happened. What's up, Michael K? What's going on? Dolphins front office won't have to show up for draft day till day 2. Yep. And you know what? For everyone who's been watching for a long time, you guys know I'm a huge Chris Greer fan. When everyone's coming down on him in Twitter spaces, on Twitter and Facebook, everyone's like, oh, Chris Greer, fire him. He's terrible. Blah, 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 blah. We got other people coming up on panels. He needs to get off his... I'm like, y'all just chill. Because even if Chris Greer does nothing, it's for the best. It's because he didn't want to get, raked over the coals and giving up crap that we, don't necessarily think that a trade is worth it. Just want to point out, Bradley Chubb is a premier pass rusher coming into the highlight years of a pass rusher's life. Okay? He was picked in the 2018 draft 5th overall. Okay? 5th overall. We got that man for a first-round pick that will probably be no higher than 19. Chances are it could be in the friggin' low 20s. Or, high 20s, I could say. Because of where San Francisco, if they get into the postseason. So, even if it's, say, pick number 20, all right, we also give them a 5th-round pick in 2024. A 4th-round pick. I got it right here. Just give me a second. We gave them a 4th-round pick in 2024 and Chase Edmonds, who everybody around here already knows, as well as Chase Edmonds kind of knew because his confidence was hurting, that even if we didn't unload him, he probably wasn't coming back next year. We've already seen his role reduced, and honestly, he was supposed to be the 1-2 punch with Raheem Moser, and his specialty was supposed to be out of the passing game, which we saw him not only drop passes from Tua, but Teddy and Skylar as well. And I'm sorry, but this scheme and this system, especially with these weapons at wide receiver, it's going to have situational football where the running back's free in the flat, catching touchdowns, just out there with nobody around him. Get your hands, turn up field. You're going to have 3 yards of friggin' room to just pick where you want to go with it. He dropped too many of them, and his confidence was obviously shaken. And outside of the first 2 weeks where he looked like he was running pretty decent, he has been underwhelming. And McDaniel desperately wants that pass-catching running back in this system. So what did we do? We got rid of him. Then we take a fifth round pick and go and get Jeff Wilson. Stellar move. And if you guys were watching me last week, I want to say it was Thursday, if not Friday, I pointed out to everybody when we were talking about the Kareem Hunt situation that, hey, don't count out Jeff Wilson as a dark horse. He's probably going to get released and be able to be picked up off the waiver wire. If not, we should trade for him as the backup plan to Kareem Hunt. He has familiarity with the coach and the scheme and the system. He's a decent pass-catching back. He's been freaking fire. He's super fast. He's in a limited role. He's been really good. His rookie year was off the hook. The guy made sense on every which way and level. And from what I was told from my source, that the Hunt trade talks with, and if you guys listen back to the last show I had, I told you what the final trade was. But essentially, they wanted the third, and they wanted the third at least. They wanted more than a 3rd-round pick to take Hunt. And they don't care that he's disgruntled being there because they're going to use him anyhow, and they don't give a damn. And there's a chance, who knows, man, maybe Nick Chubb becomes available because they can't afford to pay them both, and Kareem Hunt is the cheaper option. I doubt it, but we'll keep a close eye on that because I would love to have 2 chubbies around this when I'm spitting. So, getting Jeff Wilson, far younger back than Kareem Hunt and way less wear and tear than Kareem Hunt on this football team, I think we're going to see his impact felt immediately. And I already went to look for him in my fantasy league, and he's already gone. So, California, what's going on, buddy? Irving, what's happening, bro? FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Week for Week 2 and Week 8 already. That's what type of shit you love out of our QB1. Yeah, I know. Shout out to Tua. Straight crushing it. And the rich get richer by trading out a pass-catching back who couldn't catch the ball for a pass-catching back that can. Paul, what's happening? Family up in here. What's going on, brother? Mediocre linebacker. Michael K says, mediocre linebacker, that injury prone for the 1st-round pick. History repeats itself. So, Michael, I'm going to respond to that because lower extremity, I believe it was as an Achilles injury that he took. I want to say it was his 2nd year. Everybody gets one, dog. He's a player trending on the up. I've got some statistics to go into that. We'll get into a little more once I get caught up with chat. Aqua, salute, my friend. How's it going? Billy Bozo, what's happening? I see you watching over there on Facebook. We appreciate you watching. If you can make the travel to YouTube and subscribe here, it's a little bit more interactive with the chat. I always recommend it to people who are watching on Facebook to come over to YouTube, subscribe, hit the like button, The Fins Tailgate. And because that's where everybody's at in the chat. You can make friends, and we open it up and have panels and everything like that. But Billy, salute. Appreciate you watching. MB41, what's going on? I see you. Carlo, how's it going? Dolphins lifer, 123 family. I know, right? Carlos Diaz, what's going on? We need to stop those penalties first. Yeah, Carlos, I completely agree with you, buddy. I see you watching on Facebook. Again, I'll say to anyone watching on Facebook, Twitch, or Twitter, try to make the trip over to YouTube. It's where our home base is for, and we're trying to get our subscribers up. We're close to getting over 5,000. I think we're a little over 700 away, or just a little over 600 away to getting to 5,000. Our 1 year anniversary of the channel comes up in 2 weeks, guys. So like, share, hit the like button, share the videos. Let's see if we can get over 5,000 by the 1 year anniversary. That would be such an amazing way to celebrate it. Gee, what's happening, bud? Bueno, what's happening? Banzi, what's going on? Cap for Life family in here. All kind of family up in this month. Guys, hit the join button to become part of the TFTG family. You guys will be able to get all the fire emojis like everybody else. And as you guys know, for the members, you see the exclusive member videos that I've been putting out. I'm going to try to put out a couple every couple of days that will get released on the channel. But I like to, give you a little bit of something for it. Danny, what's going on? Is Chubb and Wilson going to play this week? Yes. Chubb and Wilson both, and you guys can go and check out the videos I put on, are already practicing. You can see him out there. Chubb's wearing number 2. I forget what number Wilson's wearing. I'm sure one of you guys in chat might remember. But, yeah, and McDaniel did touch on that in his press conference, which we will probably end up watching, that he expects Chubb to play defense and Jeff Wilson to play offense. Breaking. So, man, I got to say this. MB41... he's not a middle linebacker. He's a strong side linebacker, or a Sam or whatever, and he plays outside linebacker, often rushing the passer. The Dolphins play a hybrid 3-4 defense, and we use our outside linebackers as pass rushers all the time. It is a solid pickup, and I'm sorry, but if you go back in time and look at how many pass rushers are traded for in season, getting him for a first and a fifth 2 years from now is dirt cheap. And Chase Edmonds, who knows, that guy could have been cut mid-season. Who knows? I don't know what's going on with that guy. Big Mike, hell of a guy. Drop that link, El Capitan. Yeah, give me some time. I'm in debate on whether I'm going to drop the link. Oh, it's Michael K. Oh, bro, this is Michael K. Got you. Oh, no, wait, bro. I'm getting confused here. Nothing like winning streak to energize the fan base. That ain't no lie. I got to be honest, G. Winning streak, awesome, all that stuff. It's a little bit more than just a winning streak. Because, okay, last year we had the winning streak. And, yeah, it was Tua that came around and got it. But I really think we can all agree that it was fugazi, to say the least. We were beating teams that were stricken with COVID at times. We were beating teams with their backup. I mean, Ian Book, who I don't even think is a freaking NFL player anymore. We were taking care of business against shittier teams in that winning streak last year. And we finally came up against a team that could do something about it. The Titans, we just completely folded. And It was just too little too late. That team was too hot and cold. First half of the year, ice cold. Second half of the year, scorching hot. That is not a team that goes far. So, Green Rat, what's going on, buddy? DTA, what's happening, brother? Family. Bleezy, what's going on? Oh, thank you, Bleezy. Appreciate it, homie. Man, thank you. Thomas, what's happening, brother? Shake Money, more of the family up in this muh. Appreciate it. Andres, what's going on, brother? Crypto, hit that like button like Andres says. Hit the like button and subscribe, guys. Get those likes up. Hey, did everybody get the notification when it came on? All the subscribers? You guys got the notification bell turned on? Did you guys get the notification? Sandy, what's happening? Evening. Paul, what's going on, buddy? Evening. Shout out to Kevin Lee. Appreciate it. Awesome channel. Y'all always my go-to for evening specials and before game Sunday. Ready for this? Oh, man. Kevin, sweet talking me, bro. Ready. I love you, Kevin. Yeah, bro. I am so ready for the 6-3 start. And I got to say, guys, I take full responsibility because I called the first 3 games and we did good. I didn't call the Thursday night game, and that's when it just spiraled out of control. We barely, beat the Steelers, and I felt, man, I gotta, being a superstitious football fan, I said, man, I gotta go back to calling these football games. And I called last Sunday, and look what we did to that team on offense. And I'm gonna call this Sunday, and I'm gonna try to call every game for the rest of the season. But right now it went from a theory to a working theory, and we're going to see how this theory works out, because I'm going to be here purple jacket ready and set to go calling the plays. And if we continue to win while I'm calling the plays and calling the games, I expect you guys to be over here watching and getting in on the chat, going through the game with me. And then if I miss one and we end up dropping that game, it's just done now. I got to call them all for now on, because apparently, I got to keep the things right. If I call the game like this, or with the collar pop the whole game, and that's how we start winning all of them, I'll have a collar popped every freaking game I'm calling. Forget it. You know what I'm saying? So, got to keep it right. Freddie Ortiz, what's going on? Shout out again. Try to get it over at the chat over here on YouTube. Hit the like button, subscribe. Enjoy over there. Appreciate it. Weaver Todd. Shout out from the 315 in Finger Lakes of New York. I'm a Fins fan and Bills Mafia country. I'm excited over this team. Shut these damn Suckalo fans up. Can't wait to watch the Dolphins defense hammer Josh Allen. Weaver Todd, me too. I can't wait to see the havoc this defense has when they put their speed package on there. Guys, think about what we've got on this D-line right now. Just freaking studded. Melvin Ingram, Jalen Phillips, Bradley Chubb, Agba, who has been lackluster of late, but I expect them to get it turned on here sooner rather than later. Zach Sealer, Christian Wilkins, Raekwon Davis. I mean, guys, the shuffle, John Jenkins, the OG. This team is formidable, bro. And Matt Cole, yes, our QB is blossoming. And shout out to EM Dolphin fan. I was on a chat with him on the phone, and we were just, chopping it up. And I have to agree. Actually, I said it, and he's like, man, Cap, I just said that same exact shit. If we think about things and take out all of the other stuff, here's the problem when it comes to us making an assessment about our team. Because we're diehard Dolphin fans, everything's this close up to our face. You can't really see around and get a better view of the big picture. You kind of get blinded by the day-to-day or whatever. If we're being completely honest with ourselves about Tua, and this goes for the ones that are head over heels in love and the ones that don't have any faith in him at all, but we're all Dolphins fans. He is a third-year quarterback who essentially should have been redshirted his first year. So, but that's a whole nother rabbit hole I'm not even going to go down. But taking in all the things in consideration, coming in injured, having to get through that, going with the shuffling of different offensive coordinators and plans. We were strictly an RPO and such a limited playbook back in Gailey. Then last year we did the three-headed monster play calling with Godsey and Stutesville, as well as the QB coach that we brought in from the 7-on-7 or whatever the hell. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. But all those things considered, now with real weapons, real scheme, real offensive play calling, and Tua in a third year, the progression of him in the, watching him, first of all, he's trending straight up into the air. If this was stocks, you would have seen just skyrocketing right up there. If we're being real, he's either right on, course of what you would want to see out of a franchise quarterback, how the stories are written. If not, he's ahead of it. And now we can say any reasons we want of, there's Tyreek Hill, there's, all the weapons they brought in on offense, but I don't care. I don't care at all. You still got to deliver from the quarterback position. You still got to run this offense. You still got to learn the playbook. Be able to know that this guy's in or out of their position. Make corrections. Hey, Tyreek, you're getting too deep on that slant route on this play. I need you to not get, so drift so far up. You got to know where the zone spot is. He's not biting. He's sinking down and not, and you're not getting enough distance, and Tua's going to be able to relay that information to him. And we're seeing the fruits of the labor of all the hard work. So it's amazing. Yeah, it's Weaver, who's watching, huge to finally see our management actually investing and trusting our roster to keep adding weapons. And that's it. Weaver Todd, that is exactly it. This is what has changed with the move that we did. We have it is signaling to the Dolphins fan nation that we have solidified the team as currently constructed. It's on course. They believe it, and they want to see it go in this direction further than the rest of this year. And it is a great feeling that they are this confident in what they've done around here. And honestly, they lead, we follow in some aspects. We can push back a lot, but I like Chris Greer a lot. And for him to make this type of move when all the consideration was done about pivoting on the quarterback position tells me that they are ecstatic about the moves they are making right now, and I'm digging it. Chris, what's going on? Love Tua, but what about him staying healthy? Chris, you're absolutely right. That is my biggest concern long term with our quarterback is his health. It is about him staying healthy and not getting injured and everything like that. But I think the Dolphins have said, hey, this year and next, we're going to find out the answer to that question. If he sustains some form of bad injury, we'll cross that bridge when it comes. Because look, even if he, God forbid, tears his Achilles, we'll say. God, I don't even want to say it. It's like a whammy already. But if up to that point he's been straight lights out all year, then I think we would all say, hey, yeah, let's keep the guy. You know what I'm saying? He's done us right. We do him right back. The team, as far as the team themselves and the players, there's no denying. Offensively, defensively, coaching staff, they all believe in this guy. And they really, truly think that this is the guy for them. Now, could they lose faith? Could that change? Absolutely. But we're not going to stress about what could happen when we're feeling so good about what is happening. And that's the best way to take things. Don't overthink it at times. Keep it going. What's happening, Ryan? Billy Bozo, I understand we are making moves, but damn, I would like to see one game where I didn't get mad and start cursing out our team because of the penalties. Just a good blowout game. Yeah, you know what though, Billy? It's a slow progression. You know, we're still changing, especially with the O-line. They've had the D-line. I give no excuses for. Okay, those guys have all been around here or are veterans, whatever. The O-line. A lot of penalties are coming with the younger guys. A lot of movement happening around earlier in the season. But yeah, I agree. I hate penalties, bro. It seems like I don't want to say it's such an easy thing to fix, but it's a coaching thing, and I don't like it. But I'll tell you what, they can get 100 penalties if they still win the game. We could say how much we don't like it, but we could also, on that other side of that coin, go, wow, what a team to overcome all those penalties. So, Love Gun, what's going on? Complain all you want, people. Bottom line, Tua is going to be here, and that's really the fact. And I want this to be understood that Tua is the quarterback this year and next, and they've made that a friggin' stamp of approval from the top down, from the friggin' janitor to the owner. Have said, listen, Tua has shown, and really. Really, if you guys want to be real, I'll take these off. If you guys want to be real, Tua can write a story like no other with the turmoil he had coming into this, to this team, to the coaching staff, to the injury. He finds a way to continue to play the way he has. Dolphins are in playoff football. We're competitive, all this stuff. I don't want to say it's like a comeback story, but in some ways it is. It's really going to be an original story, to say the least, because I can't think of a team and a franchise and a fan base that has been so off and on a guy that has then risen above it all. He'll be like a phoenix from the ashes, just owning it. And, I mean, it would be magical, to say the least. And it would be so friggin' nice to be able to have this stuff. And I said this on Color's show earlier, who did Coffee and a Cup of Color in the afternoon a couple hours back. And this team right now, viewed by management, isn't a team that is a good team. This is a contending football team. And I know everyone's like, oh, man, because of one guy, now we're contenders, da-da-da-da. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that, first of all, talent-wise, on paper, there's very few football teams that can hold a freaking, hold a candle to what we got going on around here. Some games we're seeing the defense is playing lights out, and we're winning. Some games we're seeing the offense play lights out, and we're winning. We have yet to see a complete team lights out football team this year. Hasn't happened. And I'll tell you what, if we were, at 500 or below 500 or whatever, I would be kind of pissy about it. But because we're 2 games out of 500, above 500, and we are trending up, we find ourselves later in the year firing on all cylinders, catching steam into the playoffs. That's right where you want to be. It's usually not the front runner that wins it, guys. It's usually the team that gets hot at the right time that wins it. This team gets hot heading into the playoffs. Nobody's going to want to see us. Nobody wants to see us anyhow. We got Tyreek Hill on this muh. We got Bradley Chubb and young guy Jalen Phillips getting ready to start. Get yourself some. This football team is going to be messing up fools. And what I said on Color's show earlier is that we do what we expect to do as a football team. And the unexpected in that we're seeing offense, defense, and even special teams. Jason Sanders can really, get back to being Jason Moneyman Sanders. He starts cranking 50-plus yarders like he used to. Punter, been fire. We know that. But we get into the playoffs. We win a playoff game. We somehow figure a way to win this division. We find ourselves in the second round of the playoffs. We find ourselves some way in a championship game. God willing, we find ourselves in a Super Bowl, whatever. No matter what, a postseason berth, whether it's a wild card, divisional, and however far we get in the playoffs, come in the offseason next year when we are gearing up for the 2023 season, watch how the mainstream media talks about the Dolphins now. It's going to be a whole different feel for Dolphins fans. It's going to be a feel that when they're talking about teams that can compete for a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl now, it'll be our name that's on that list. And that's something I want you Dolphin fans to understand, how close we are, how much has changed over the course of this season, and how much can be solidified by the end of this season. We are literally entering and in the window of Super Bowl contenders. Now, I know I'm jumping the gun a little bit on that because we haven't even got to the playoffs. We take care of business and get in the playoffs. Even if we lose in the first round, whatever have you, doesn't matter. Because come next year, they're going to be looking at this football team, looking at a rookie head coach, thinking a second-year head coach and all the stuff he's going to learn. And now the second year in the system for everybody in the offense, not just Tua, but everybody. The defense getting stronger with the addition of Bradley Chubb. Channing Tindall may be showing out. Who knows? My point is that we are going to now stop thinking about, can we get in the playoffs? Do we have a coach? Do we have a quarterback? We can go back to the way it used to be for Dolphins fans. We can go back to the way we all wish it was. Be a little bit more unified amongst each other, a lot less infighting, and a little bit more focusing on the task at hand, and that's winning a fucking Super Bowl. That's winning it all. That's being perfect. That's being great. And that is something we are close, so much closer to getting into, that being our topic of our conversation. And I can't wait until that's where we live. MB41, when I say premier, I mean premier position and premier pass rusher, because that's what he'll be sooner rather than later. Remember, this is a young guy who's trending up as of late. He's got tons of potential. He's a monster, and you know it. And I know you're a Bills fan, and you're shook on the fact that he's going to come here and him and Phillips are going to be putting the gears to your quarterback. But, hey, sorry, I'm not sorry. He has the third highest percentage of pass rush win rate, second behind only Myles Garrett and Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons is at a 32% win rate, Myles Garrett at a 30%, and Bradley Chubb shortly behind with a 27%. Also, another thing for you guys to chew on as far as a statistical thing. Actually, I got two little nuggets for you. Number one, Bradley Chubb and Khalil Mack are having very eerily similar years. Chubb has 5.5 sacks. Mac has 6. Chubb has 8 QB hits. Mac has 8. Chubb has 26 tackles. Mac has 25. Chubb has 26 pressures. Mac has 23. So the only place in which Khalil Mack, who is making buku dinero, is a half a sack more. So remember what we're talking about here. We're talking about guys that make the big bucks. And we got one of those guys that are making that will make the big bucks, and they are working out a deal right now as we speak. And I have an article I'm going to pull up a little bit. We just restructured Jerome Baker's contract to free up some money to get that guy taken care of. And he's going to be happy. And that's just the facts. Yeah, Cap, I'm glad you remember. Yeah, I tried to let everybody know that the Jeff Wilson was not just an option, but a serious consideration. And the moment that CMC went to the Niners, I would imagine as soon as it's scrolling across the bottom and it's breaking news, Chris Greer's on the phone right away to John Lynch saying, hey, your running back room just got a little bit stuffy. Pete, Capitan, how are you going to pay all these guys? I'm so happy. Matter of fact, I hope Greer keeps getting huge priced veterans. He will lose to us soon and can't pay him. Pete, we got 3 years to worry about that. 2 years. Plus, say they decide to extend to before the end of next year, which would be in his 4th year. An extension means that the money doesn't come into play till his 6th year, because how they work with extensions is we go, okay, we're going to pick up your 5th year option. We're going to give you a signing bonus. Then we don't have to worry about doing any contract reconstructing till year 6. I just want to let you guys know, other than the Jerome Baker contract that is now being reworked, the future in our money, along with the cap growth over time, we got a lot more to play with than any of you guys can even understand. There's ways to manipulate cap. I watched this team go from having negative cap to figuring out a way to get enough money to pay Ndamukong Suh $100 million. So I'm not too worried about that. What's happening, Clement? What's going on? Batman, what's happening? Yep. Shout out to Batman. Yeah, guys, hit the like button and subscribe. 88 the hard way, no doubt. In my mind, Wilson went to them for a trade to be with Mike McDaniel. Even more. You're maybe right, 88 the hard way. Maybe Wilson, was very... Oh, he's wearing 23 or 56, you guys? 23? Okay. Shout out to Kevin Lee for the $5 donation. What's your take on Chubb? Does he 100% make us contenders like experts? So, yeah, as you heard, Kevin, I kind of answered your question, but I don't know if he is necessarily what makes us contenders, because to me, this football team was rising to contender status before he got here. I think, as far as us acquiring him, tells me that they believe that contention is inevitable and that they want to be with a young pass rusher that they're paying. They want that guy now. We don't have to worry about paying Phillips for a few more years. So it's really just more telling what the organization believes and how they're working. We've seen Chris Greer tear down. We've seen him acquire picks. We've seen him be shrewd with his trades and everything like that and how he works. We've been buyers trying to build. And this seems like the right move at the right time. Michael K., what's happening? Can you change Familia to Mafia and upload some Bills logos? I would join. No, I can't do that. In fact, guys, the shows on Fridays will be Miami Dolphins Syndicate Fridays. We're not a syndicate, we're a Syndicate. And that shit finna catch on. Watch. I'm going to make that shit catch on here directly. Thank you for the donation, though. You're still familiar when you donate, Michael K. I see you here all the time, so I bet you feel more welcome here than you do with Bills fans, and you know it. What's up, Q? Concrete, what's going on? California. Hit the like button, everybody. Yeah, guys. Chef Shoe's right. Get those likes up, please. Greg, what's going on? Craig, how's it going, bud? Skylar? Sure. Liz, hey, how are you, Liz? Los Dolphins Fanaticos. Cap, did we sign a center? Lamont, I don't think so. Guys, did we sign a center? I don't know. Let me, good question. I don't think so. I got to say, even though there's been some high snaps from Connor Williams, he is a killer in that blocking game. He's been one of the best. So I'm more than pleased with how he's handled himself in the transition from guard to center. And although it was a little shaky there for a while, I'm happy. Yeah, I'm not seeing any pickups or anything like that. Right now, guys, just so you know, Jeff Wilson is averaging 5.1 yards a carry. He's got 468 rushing yards on the year and 2 touchdowns. So, and just to put in perspective, Bradley Chubb, who was drafted in 2018, he has 170 tackles, 6 forced fumbles, 26 sacks. He made the Pro Bowl in 2020. Telling you guys, I don't want to say we made out like a bandit, but when it's all said and done and written, we could be looking back at this Bradley Chubb trade and going, wow, what a friggin' pickup. Or we could be shooting ourselves in the foot and go, what were we doing? But guess what? We have a contingency plan. If for some reason Bradley Chubb isn't the guy we hope he would, which would surprise me because of my personal when he was coming out of the draft and how I looked at him, and I was like, wow, man, I really want to get this Chubb guy. You know, he looked really good, who never even got close to falling to us. From what I did in my pre-draft analysis of the guy to what we give up for him for what I believe he could be, I don't want to say it's a certainty because nothing's certain, but it's a really, really good bet for the price we paid. What's up, Bill? What's going on, buddy? But yeah, and you're right, Bill. And I asked Travis Wingfield about that recently, and he said there's still no word on what's going on with Byron. And man, if Byron Jones can come back, you know, I just want to point something out though, guys. We have Xavier Howard, and you know, typically you don't get 2 lockdown corners, just like you don't get 2 number 1 wide receivers. But we've been spoiled around here having a lockdown corner and another one in a playmaking corner on both sides. To me, the Bradley Chubb move makes so much sense in the world from where we sit at this moment. We've got some young corners out there in Noah Igbenogany and Kader Kahu that have both been doing really great work. You know, Kader Kahu, someone we had no friggin' idea if that guy was going to work out. And wow, he has been stellar to say the least. But, you know, we still have all these other injured corners. Nick Needham, if we decide to bring him back. We've got Terrell Williams, who's in there. There's Byron Jones, who we don't know what the future is holding for him. But when you have young guys, and shout out to Keon Crossan, who's done good work. Justin Bethel has been decent as hell, brought around here. But you got these young guys working to bring another corner into this team at this point and stage in the game. Not that it wouldn't help, but it only kind of complicates things. And to be honest, the secondary hasn't been, making blunders. It's been a lack of a pass rush that we've been able to get. For whatever reason, we bring in a guy like Bradley Chubb and we find ourselves being able to get some organic pass rush in this bad boy. I promise you, it makes the lives of Noah Igbenogany and company all around a hell of a lot easier to deal with. So that's just, it's a good place to be for sure. Big John, I'm going to send you the link right now, buddy. I'll send it to you. I'm glad you hopped in. I called you a couple times, bro. I'm going to send it to you via Twitter right now, buddy. I'm sending it Twitter right now. I can't send it to phones, so you're going to have to get it through Twitter, Big John. I hope everybody's hitting that like button. Scar305, what's going on? We can't go to the playoffs and lose the first game. That would be ridiculous with this roster. I got you, Scar305. I'm only using that as an example to, if, to me, we lose in the first round of the playoffs because we go against, I don't know, the Chiefs in the first round, Not that I would be happy about it or whatever, but as long as it was, like, say, a real now, if we get our asses handed to us in the playoffs, I'm not going to be happy about it. But, it's just being legitimate to go that, hey, look, if we make it in the playoffs and don't get beyond the first round, I'm not going to pull my hair out and say, oh, we need to scrap everything. It's going to have to be contextual, other than if we just get our asses handed to us. Then I'll handle it like that, too. I'll be like, what the fuck? They faked us out. AB, what's going on? Serious question. Do you think Chubb will stay in the Bears game? And how do you think he'll do? Do you think he'll play? Yes, I do think he'll play in the Bears game. And how do I think he'll do? I don't know. I'll be honest. I haven't watched much football of the what am I talking about? We've watched plenty of freaking primetime games where the defense did all the work for that lackluster offensive production that Russell Wilson's doing for the freaking Broncos. I can't imagine on a defense that already has so many weapons that insert Bradley Chubb here and have him, be able to do what he does best. I can't imagine him not trying to show out. They're getting ready to pay him money. If the contract isn't figured out by Sunday, he gonna really show out to say, hey, I know you guys don't want to give me this amount of money, and we're kind of stuck with those last couple of million that I want, and you're saying that you don't know if I deserve it. He goes out and puts on a freaking show. They're going to go, all right, Bradley, you get the extra few million. You win. You know what I'm saying? What set you from? I love that name, dude. What set you is to is just temporary quarterback until Skylar Thompson takes over for good. I'll entertain it because in the same breath of how good they feel with Tua as the future, I would say they are equally comfortable with whom they got as a backup for if either A, in relief with Skylar Thompson, well, if Tua is out, or if everything fails and Tua doesn't work out and they got to bring Skylar in for whatever injury, what have you. And that's another reason why they said, hey, we're not picking a quarterback next year. Or at least not picking one in the first round. I think that could definitely be a reason for it. Pamela, what's happening? Shout out to Pamela. C. Dole, what's going on? I sent it to you, Big John. Billy Batson, what's going on? Chubb and Phillips gonna eat. I know they're gonna be eating Josh Allen for. Gonna be picking Josh Allen out of their teeth for weeks once we see him. Let me just get to the bottom of this list here. Just give me a second, Big John. I see you backstage. Just give me a quick second. Let me get caught up with chat. Ali, what's going on, buddy? Ali, I'm going to send you the link if you want to hop in. You have the info from the center? All right, I'm going to send you the link, Ali. Let me get it sent over to you. Hold on real quick, guys. All right. I sent you the link, Ali. All right, guys. Yeah, so everyone, thank you. Hit the like button, everything like that. Without any further ado, I'm going to bring on my buddy, Big John Stud. What it is, what it do, buddy?
What's up, bro?
How you been, homie?
How it is, bro. Just going through it, bro.
Yeah, aren't we all? Act accordingly.
It is, bro. I just put little one to sleep.
Oh, Munchkin?
Yeah.
That's good, that's good. So, how
She
stoked
thinks-
are you? How
she,
stoked are you? What's up?
She has a habit of grabbing my beard, pulling herself up. That shit hurts, bro.
Yeah, I know, right there. That's why I keep mine short in case I need to fight. So, John, how stoked are you with all these moves, man? I mean,
I was heard me earlier today when I was telling you. I was like, I was gonna call you, and I had heard from one of my sources, and they were like, "Yo, we're gonna trade for Bradley Chubb," and I was like, "I mean, for Chubb," and I was like, "Oh shit." You know, and I was gonna call you before I was able to call you. Boom! Breaking news. Like, oh well, there goes that shit.
bro, out of all the things my sources brought to me, it was the Bradley Chubb that I found the least likely able to happen. But I should have listened. Just like the last time with Tyreek Hill when I heard about it too, and I was like,
Yeah, because I was likely are the ones that happen.
yeah, well, at least with Chris Greer, at least with this gangsta.
Yeah.
Ali, what's going on, buddy? You said you had the info for the
Yeah.
What's up?
He's a practice squad guy. Let me explain. So, first of all, the Dolphins worked out Lamont Gaillard. That's his name. They also worked out Nate Meters, Jordan Meredith, David Moore, J.R. Reed, and James Wiggins. Lamont Gaillard is the guy we signed. He's a center out of he played for Georgia. He was drafted by the Arizona Cardinals in the 6th round of the 2019 NFL Draft. He was part of the deal that Tampa had with Arizona in compensation for getting their head coach Bruce Arians, to be honest. Basically, from what I understood, is in 2020 he got to start a little bit. Actually, yeah, in 2020 he got to start a little bit because there was an injury, and then he went on a leave of absence because he had a kid. After he came back, finally in December, he was waived. He was with Cincinnati for a minute on their practice squad, has been waived, and now he's with us. That's pretty much all I got.
So, did Dieter lose his backup center job now too? That guy can't keep a friggin' job.
Well, I don't really think this guy's a backup center. I think really he's just a practice squad guy we have. But I have a theory. I mentioned it on another show that actually on Color's show, that we could see a situation where we move Connor over to left guard and have Dieter start as center, and then you need a backup center. So,
wow, that's a we lost John. I don't know what happened. Phone died. He said he'll come back. That's an odd. I mean, listen, I'm not saying it can't happen. I would find it very odd to happen mid-season,
Well, I don't think they're gonna immediately go to that. I think that's like the worst case scenario that happens. You know what I mean?
Carla's asking what his height and weight is. Do you know that?
Give me a hot minute. Give me 1 second. I can tell you.
Alright.
He's supposedly 6'3", 305 pounds.
6'3", 305 pounds.
26 years old. He's 26.
He's a little light, huh? Wow. 6'3", 105. Not a real big dude. I'm dropping the link, everybody. You can come into backstage if you want, but I'm not going to be bringing up big panel or anything like that. It's just to get John up here, and maybe I'll bring people in one at a time. But yeah, that's an odd scenario. That's a weird pickup to me. It's something definitely to chew on because it's just a weird. Why?
Well, we got Austin Jackson back, so maybe they're looking to move Austin Jackson, the left guard, to see how it works out. If it doesn't,
I
move Connor over though.
Austin Jackson's best snaps as a Dolphin came at left guard, and because of his athleticism, he could be really great used in this scheme as the pulling trap block guy and stuff like that. So that would be smart to me. What's up, John?
I had to switch phones.
Oh, word.
My bad.
Carla makes a good point. Maybe they're bringing him in as a guard.
That's possible.
Maybe they're having him in as a guard guy. Who knows? Maybe the Eichenberg situation is going to be a little bit longer term than anyone anticipated. Which, hey, it is what it is.
I mean, we don't have much cap space, so I don't see us bringing anybody big in that's free agent right now, to be honest.
No.
Did they put him on IR? Didn't I read where they put him in? They put him on IR.
They did, but he can come back at a certain amount of time. But I don't know if it's season ending.
Is it IR like 6 or 7 games?
It's 4 minimally, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 4 games minimally. So who knows?
Hey,
Look.
Have any of you spoken to EM by any chance?
Yeah, I just talked to him yesterday.
I've been trying to reach EM for like 2 weeks, bro. You can send them a smoke signal.
All right, yeah, I will shoot a bottle rocket towards Texas.
Yeah, basically.
See if it gets there. Yeah,
I'll let him shit, man. Woo.
Yeah.
Well. So, Big John, yeah, I was asking you, how do you feel about some of these moves? Jeff Wilson, Bradley Chubb.
Man, at the end of the day, I'm glad Chris Greer decided to put his balls on the table.
Well, he's done that plenty of times.
Oh, yeah, but the reason why I like this move is I already knew how everybody felt, and like you said earlier in the afternoon, John, take a victory lap when I kept saying, Tua's not going nowhere. He's the quarterback, and everybody kept telling me, and I was like, y'all don't understand something. When you give Tua actual weapons to play with, y'all gonna see a difference, and that's what everybody's seeing now. To me, this solidifies what I already knew. Those 2 first-round picks that were supposed to be picks to look for a quarterback, that's not gonna happen.
It's done now. It's gone. That can, at minimum, is kicked down the road, and no drafting, no quarterback or anything. That's kind of my point of that. The team has given the stamp of approval as far as Tua remaining the quarterback, rather than keeping the door open for them pivoting and doing this. And it's whether it's good or bad will remain to be seen as the rest of this year finishes up and next year continues or what have you. But in some ways, I'm relieved that at least we can, take that conversation and push it to the side for now, as far as what we're doing at the quarterback position. It seems a hell of a lot. It's just, look, I get in on the reindeer games too. As you know, John, I'll play all sides for fun. But it is exhausting constantly having to wonder if I should buy more number 1s around here. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
should I get it?
If it does it for you, how would it feel for him? Like mentally, it's got to be, mentally exhausting. I mean, I know he's mentally tough and he's been through it all and battled and brawled and all that other shit. But at the end of the day, even Tua, who doesn't watch TV according to him or listen to anything.
There's no way, bro. He has the receipts. He said so himself. He knows damn well what they say. The thing is, I got to hand it to him for how he's endured it. And that's kind of what I was saying, John, is that he comes out on the other end of this, gets a big-time contract, wins a Super Bowl with the Dolphins, all that stuff, whatever. If you look at the totality of the story, I mean, wow, what a friggin' comeback story in some ways. You know what I'm saying? Between the injury and then the team looking at other quarterbacks and all this stuff, to then putting the stamp of approval on it, to then him finding success, we win a Super Bowl, whatever it is. I'm just saying, man, wow, what a real comeback story for best way I can put it.
Yeah, perseverance, bro. Perseverance.
Beautiful.
And just to piggyback what you said, Captain, about him knowing what they're saying, he does. In fact, I believe was it today, he even took a jab at, people saying stuff about his arm, to be honest. I think
Mike C made it good. He'll have a football life made about him. That ain't no bullshit. They'll make a whole friggin'... There'll be a daytime, CBS movie made. Then they'll win, friggin' Emmys and shit like that. They'll have a Disney movie made about it. You name it.
Hey, tell Mike C he's a little late to the party. Tua already had a documentary put out about him before he got drafted.
No. You got to get the football life made. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I know, but still.
No, I know. He had that for the college stuff. We're talking. You know what I mean? But if he can surpass his accomplishments in college with accomplishments in the NFL, I mean, we're talking Disney shit. That's what we're talking. And the stamp of approval and that becoming more of the Dolphins' reality it's one step closer right now. It really is. And it's a calming thing to it as well. We don't have to... No more Lamar Jackson talk. No more are we drafting a quarterback. We still have Skylar Thompson, who I'm really, really like. I think the kid is legit as hell as far as weaponry goes. But if you think Skylar, as this moment, is a better quarterback than Tua, you're wrong. I'm sorry. Could he potentially be one? Probably, maybe. I don't know. But why would I even do that? Why would I go to building with Skylar when I could take what we've built with Tua, and the organization agrees with that?
Tua's been playing elite football this whole season, bro. I'm just saying. If you look at where he ranks, he's playing elite football.
Lights out last game.
He's undefeated.
His best football
He's undefeated
game I've ever
as a
seen.
game that he starts and he finishes, bro. That's all I gotta say.
Listen, he was lights out in that last game. Now, granted, it is against, the 32nd ranked freaking defense in the league. You should play lights out. But that doesn't tell the tale of the tape, for, to use a UFC term. Because when you watch those throws, the way he positions the ball, the ball control he had on where the pass is let go, dropped in the bucket, all of that, it shows how much sharper he's getting. And as long as we see this trend continue, where he continues to get better, come on, man.
People wanted to see Alabama Tua, Tuscaloosa Tua. Well, they're getting a glimpse.
I don't want to see Alabama Tua. I want to see Miami Tua. That's what I want.
Oh, yeah.
Miami
Tua is just an extension of what Tuscaloosa Tua was. That's what everybody was looking for. Now they got it.
Yeah, it's a real. It's amazing to think that that's how confident the Dolphins front office is right now in this situation. They went ahead, they've put it together, and they said, this is it. We're liking it. And this is a stamp of approval for Mike McDaniel as well, who I've seen make some questionable play calling at times. But as far as them working it out and growing, yeah, this is going to be good. And Michael, yeah, I know it's 25th rate defense, but come on, buddy. Don't play.
Hey, Michael.
Don't play coy now, Michael.
Hey, Michael, when Tua dropped that 45-yard bomb to beat you guys were not ranked 25th. Just saying.
That ain't no lie. And look,
just saying.
Again, we haven't seen this football team make a complete game yet. We haven't seen the defense play the way they did in that Steelers game, along with the way the Dolphins played on offense in the Lions game. And when both of those sides of the football show up and execute at their fullest potential, there isn't a football team in the NFL that I don't think that we can't hand their asses to them. And that's just a fact. Carol. I know you've always been a big Chris Greer supporter like me too.
Yeah. What week do the Dolphins play the Bills?
I think it's week 13.
Okay, cool. So
Ali, do you know?
Most likely Byron Jones will be back, right?
I don't know. We don't know what's going on with Byron Jones. If he does come back this year, he'll be back then.
That'll be fantastic. That way we can see what Josh Allen can do with Bradley Chubb and Byron Jones and Xavier Howard, and actually having an actual secondary back there.
Week 14. So Color and I in the off season, John, we before we started, while we were in preseason, Color and I decided to go at Buffalo because Buffalo Bills fans are becoming insufferable. They start acting like, hey, we're the new Patriots, we're unstoppable, we're Super Bowl champs, we're the greatest, and they haven't won any Super Bowls, so let's be real. But they continued to just look through the Dolphins. And Color and I made some bold statements. We were actually clipped by Buffalo Fanatics, but it is what it is. They were poking fun, saying, oh, ha, you guys are ridiculous, these Dolphin fans are ridiculous. Because we essentially said, look, they're one injury away, meaning Josh Allen, from their glass house crumbling, where that team without Josh Allen is nothing. Now, I'm not saying we're great without Tua, but we certainly aren't going to see the drop-off that they would with Josh Allen, considering how much he does for that football team. And we also said, listen, these Buffalo fans and this Buffalo team cannot look through this Dolphins team. And they tried and they did, and look where they found themselves. The only loss they've acquired this year is from us. And we also made another bold prediction that in the final quarter of the season, when either we're about to play them or what have you, they're going to be, if they don't beat us, that's number one. If they don't beat us, they're screwed. But come the final quarter of the season, it's going to be Bills fans. They're going to be looking at our record and looking at our schedule and looking at their record and looking at their schedule and counting, wins and losses potentially to see if they're going to win the AFC East. They're going to be running scared the final quarter of this season. And that's just a fact.
I don't know where it was that I sat there and said I forgot who was it that I said we were going to go 13-4. Somebody looked at me like I was crazy. And the only crazy thing about it was I didn't expect the Dolphins to lose to Minnesota because Tua wouldn't play. I didn't expect Tua to have a concussion. But, man, even if they lose to San Fran, which I don't expect Miami to lose to San Francisco in San Francisco, not with this whole Bradley Chubb acquisition, they would go 12-5. If they would lose to San Fran, they would still go 13-4. So
I in the beginning of the season, as the team was currently constructed without the new additions, I predicted 11-6. Good enough to get a wild card, solidified, probably be the first or second wild card team, not the last wild card team, and that we will be in the playoffs with 11-6. Seeing the growth of the football team, seeing how things have gotten more, we'll see how we handle our business through these. I don't want to call them cupcake games because nobody's a cupcake game. But if we handle our business through these next 3 games going against the Browns, the Texans, the Bears, I think that if we come out of these next 3 games with all victories and going into San Francisco, even if we drop one, I think we win 12 games. So if we win these next 3 in a row, I will change my prediction from 11-6 to 12-5.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's the one game that somebody said we were going to lose, and I was like, I just don't. I see Miami being a better team than literally every team on the rest of their schedule, except for the only one in question to me would be Buffalo.
Buffalo is the 3 games. The 3 games I look at that are going to be the most interesting as far as matchups considered is the Chargers, the Bills, and San Francisco. Those Green Bay too, but Green Bay has just looked inept on offense. We'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of Green Bay we're looking at when we get there. If we look at the Green Bay we've been seeing, we're going to beat the hell out of them. We see Aaron Rodgers start figuring out how to make connections with some of these pass catchers that they got. Then we'll see.
Well,
but
the problem isn't even that. The problem is he's getting killed. He's getting killed. He doesn't got time to throw the football.
No, he doesn't.
So,
but it is what it is. Well, he's getting some time, but his wide receivers aren't getting open, so he's trying to buy more time if you're looking at it. But it is what it is. I don't care. Hopefully, we beat the hell out of Green Bay and we turn around and now we got a 13-3 record. Either way, outside of an absolute collapse and or a friggin' injury at quarterback. There goes John. Outside of an absolute collapse or an injury at quarterback, I don't see how we don't find ourselves in the playoffs. It's just, I don't know. Damn, the Fin Tank says the Bills are losing to the Jets this Sunday. What?
Wow.
Capitan has a higher chance of calling the game as offensive coordinator than Tua does of winning a Super Bowl in Miami. Damn. Pete.
Wow.
Wow, Pete. What's going on, John? Something's going on with his phone right now. You there, John?
So you want to hear something interesting? I'm on BetUS.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to find what the new predicted, what's the
Super Bowl predictions?
No, the win-loss predictions. You know how in the beginning of the season they had us at 8-8?
Oh, yeah.
They removed us from the list of teams you can look at.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I wonder if they're coming out with a new updated number now because of that.
I
don't know what happened to John.
I don't either. I don't know what's going on with him. John, I'm going to pull you in the back. Jump back in and out and maybe get a reconnection again. So we had some good old interviews today. We got to see the big man himself, and Chris Greer came out. He really... it was a Chris Greer kind of conversation and stuff like that, as you guys know. He's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Coy. He did mention a couple of little nuggets in there. One, that they are working out a deal to pay. Kevin, I do remember that 13-4 prediction. He did talk about they're trying to get a deal worked out, and then he also talked about talking with Laramie Tunsil, which I find to be kind of crazy. He's like, yeah, text with Laramie. Isn't that tampering? Aren't you not allowed to talk to a fucking player of another football team? He even said
fresh.
He even said to him that Laramie Tunsil joked with him, "Bring me back," which, I mean, that right there is totally tampering. And whatever. Hey, I say bring him back.
I think it depends on when the texts were made. Isn't there like a period that, like in the off season, when the trade deadline is still there, you can do that? You know what I mean? Because you got to be able to talk with the person's agent to see if a trade is even worth doing, right? Or do you have to?
Yes, I think you have to ask permission from the team to even speak to a player on their team.
Yeah.
So,
are they even using him in Houston? I don't think they're even using him right now.
I don't even have any idea because it's the Texans. I'll be honest. I have no clue. I have no interest in the Texans other than what Damian Pierce does for my fantasy team. So I really have careth noteth.
That's true.
So real quick tidbit here, guys, and then I'll go through the injury report as it is right now. Tyreek Hill. Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. Tyreek Hill has 961 receiving yards. That is more receiving yards than all the wide receivers on the Falcons, the Giants, the Texans, the Ravens, the Bears, and the Titans. There are six football teams. There is 6 football teams in the NFL where all of the reception yards to the wide receivers don't have as much as our number 1 wide receiver.
There is one team that you forgot to mention that I think is on that list. The Browns.
No, they're not on there.
They're not
on the list.
There?
No, they're not.
You didn't make the list.
You didn't make the list of being sucky. Yeah. It's the Falcons, the Giants, the Texans, the Ravens, the Bears, and the Titans. And guess what? We play the Bears and the Texans. So, boo-boo. And both those teams like to run the ball, but guess what? We've actually got a run defense around here, guys. Can you believe it? Remember how terrible teams would just gash us in the run all the time?
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore. I want to say we're top 10 in rush defense and run defense right now, which is amazing of a leap.
Fox is reporting the Browns. Just so you know. Fox Sports is reporting that says Jalen Waddle and Tyreek have more combined receiving yards.
See, that's Jalen Waddle and Tyreek. This is just Tyreek, bro. Tyreek has it more than 6 teams wide receivers.
I gotcha.
Go ahead, John.
I just want to see what the zero blitz looks like with Byron Jones on the field and Bradley Chubb coming off of one side, and you can't double team and see how you're going to get hit from.
So I'm wondering how much zero blitz is necessary. They're going to be able to play some base defense.
It's necessary. I just think it's fun.
Oh, I agree. I also wonder if the Dolphins now having Bradley Chubb on the football team, if they'll start using Melvin Ingram how he was used in the playoffs last year for Kansas City. They were using him as a stand-up blitzing linebacker in the A-gap in the friggin' playoffs, and he was getting home. He was using his speed and size, inside creating havoc, and it was working, and they were using what's his name as the pass rusher for them over there, and they were creating some havoc in the playoffs last year. So I wonder now, can you imagine you look at the D-line and you've got Bradley Chubb, then Zach Seiler, then Christian Wilkins, then you have Jalen Phillips. And then for your 3 linebackers on there is you've got Melvin Ingram, who's now sit up in the middle or wandering around the line, picking whatever gap he plans on frickin' going through because he can have that freedom as a veteran. And then you got Baker and I don't know who, Riley, Duke Riley or Sam McGuavin in the back there. That is a formidable front 7, guys, 6 guys, whatever the hell, 7 guys up there showing it. It's gonna be nasty. Kevin asks, what's your guys' take on if running the table is possible and winning the division if Buffalo loses versus us and getting more? listen, everything is on the table, Kevin, as far as what this team can or cannot accomplish. But going in, week out, going on a win streak of any sorts, winning 5, 6, 10, however many games in a row is just such a hard thing to do with the parity in the NFL now. Even if you go against a Texans football team or something like that, it's any given Sunday, as we know. Ball can bounce a certain way. A simple accident like Braylon Sanders, creating a fumble could be the thing that costs you a football game, which is why I'm so harsh on penalties, because I no need to give them any help. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, listen, we literally take care of our business all the way and find ourselves beating Buffalo. Damn, bro. We still need Buffalo to lose more than 2 games to us. We're going to have to watch and see, what happens in the course of the couple weeks. But there's a real shot.
What's their remaining schedule, Buffalo?
I don't know. Ali, if you could pull that up real quick. But if there's a real position or chance that we find ourselves, Buffalo drops a game on their way to seeing us, and now they've got 2 losses per se, and we've got only 3. Say we run the table until we get there. I mean, that's a scenario Buffalo would cry. They would be intimidated. They know that it's them with all to lose. Shout out to Tryhard. Tua knows this team is all in on him now. Don't be surprised he pulls up Sunday wearing an iced out grill and do right now. Got a freaking thing all Miami style. Pumping some little boosie in that bitch. Got a bunch of honeys all over the place. What? Straight gangster hood right up in this. That'd be awesome. I would be so happy if he did that shit, bro. That would be so awesome. Yeah, he'd be wearing a do-rag and shit. Got a spliff out the side of his mouth and shit. Got gold and some, jewels in his mouth. That'd be hilarious.
I got the schedule if you need to know.
Yeah. What's their schedule?
I think they have the easiest schedule, to be honest.
They do.
They have the Jets next this Sunday. Then they get the Vikings, the Browns, at the Lions, at Patriots, then the Jets again, then the Dolphins, and then it's Bears, Bengals, Patriots.
Okay, so a couple of
not an easy schedule, man.
It's not, but it's not. It's not.
Bro, they got the Jets, and then the Vikings. Okay, that might be something there.
Well,
and the
Vikings just got TJ.
They got the Vikings
just got
who
TJ
beat
Hawkinson.
us. They got the Bengals, and they got 4 divisional games left. That's the important way to say it. They got 4 division games left.
Yeah, I guess
They still got to face Belichick twice.
Put it this way, guys. The Bills cannot lose more than 4 games and win the AFC East. And the news of the friggin' day is watch out, Buffalo, because this is a Dolphins team that you're going to have to deal with forever. And they're already spending the money. They're already trying to manipulate cap. They're already trying to figure out creative ways to keep talent and get talent. They paid buku bucks for a pass rusher. They paid buku bucks to their quarterback. They got, wide receiver they're paying money to, just like us. But they started that 2 years ago with all that building and buying in and selling out and whatever you want to call it to doing this. They've already missed 2 opportunities to get into the Super Bowl and win. They miss a third one, and that gets harder and harder and harder to manipulate, to retool, and to make it happen. Buffalo don't figure out a way to get their Super Bowl this year, chances are they're never going to get one. That's it.
Because they got to pay. They're paying a lot of money to Josh Allen over there.
Not just that, but to Von Miller too. Yeah. And guess what, though? All that money, all that paying, this is their year to get it. Because guess what? you're going to have the Dolphins. These Dolphins. Come and protect your neck, bitches, because we coming after it.
Yep.
That's it.
A lot of our stars are still. Javon Holland doesn't come up for another 3 years. Contract.
They're young, bro. We got a young football team.
Mm-hmm.
Super young, man.
How old is Von Miller, bro? Like 32?
I think so. I know he's in his 30s, to say the least. He's definitely not a young man.
And Bradley Chubb is like what? Like his
26,
26,
25, 26. He's a young man.
He's 26, yeah.
Who would you rather give $100 million to? A 32-year-old pass rusher or a 26-year-old pass rusher? I'll wait. Come on, Johnny. What are we talking about? Hey, we're going to give you a 4-year contract. You'll be 38 years old when we're paying you. Hey, we're going to give you a 4-year contract. You won't even be 30 once we stop paying you. You know what I'm saying? Come on.
You got a 4-year deal? I didn't even know how long his contract was.
Who, Bradley? We haven't yet. We haven't made it. Von Miller. Yeah, it was a 4-year. And yeah, Carla's right. Von is looking a little bit slow up there. He's not looking like the Von Miller of old. Yeah, I'm comparing Von Miller to Chubb contractually, and they both work together. What you talking about? It wasn't Von Miller that won in 2020. It was Bradley Chubb. Get out of here, Michael. 6 year? It was 6 years they gave him. What's it going to be, 45 when he's done fucking with that contract? Come on, bro. What are you guys doing?
45. He'll be 38, though. He'll be 45, he'll be 38.
He'll be getting his AARP card when he fucking retires from Buffalo. Fuck out of here. Come on, bro. Come on, Johnny.
AARP.
Miller is 33. Damn. He'll be 37. What are y'all going to do? Know what's going to end up happening? They'll end up cutting him in like a year or two.
Well, if he plays in 6 years, he'll be 39, but I don't think he will.
Look, Michael K's making my point for me. He says he won't be here more than 3 years. That doesn't mean you ain't carrying dead cap. That means in 3 years when he's gone, that's the year that's the year your quarterback gets an injury and sits out because it's a freaking wash year and you guys ain't going to win 8 games. That's how teams do it, too. Oh, no, my quarterback went out. Well, this is a year we just kind of see what we got in our young guys and see who we're keeping and offload talent and pay all this money to everybody. You guys know the ups and downs and ebbs and flows of freaking football. They do it all the time. This is a year we ain't going to win the Super Bowl because we got too much dead cap money. We got to pivot and figure out if we got young guys on this team that can take the place of all the dead cap we've got paying on other people's football teams. Come on. Let's get out of here, bro. You guys are paying a guy six-year contract for 3 years. That's a great business decision. Good job. Why would you even do that, bro? Give me the 26-year-old for 6 years versus you give me the 35-year-old, 33 years. It's just mathematics, guys. I mean, what are we talking about here?
And before we even flip out even more, let's wait to see how Chris Greer structures this contract because this guy is a bad.
You know it's going to be fire. You know it is. They'll be like, oh, my God, the Dolphins are paying this guy this amount of money. You're going to look at it and you're going to go, oh, my God.
I'm going to predict $72 million, $38 million guaranteed.
No, way more than that, Ali. This is a pass rusher. It's a pass rusher.
That's what I'm thinking.
I would shot in the dark.
Look, if we get if that contract you said fall, if that's true, we just bro, listen. That's
look at it this way.
That's robbing.
Let me, Big John. Just look at it this way. Ogba re-signed for less. Armstead re-signed for less. All the players we've gotten, with the exception of Tyreek, re-signed for less. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's kind of my point, Ali. This isn't a homegrown player, and it's not a guy we gave a second shot to prove himself.
Well, you think Teron Armstead needed a second shot? He was already the top talent in the league.
Teron Armstead got his second bag. We got him on the second bag.
That's true.
Look at the Von Miller second bag. Pull up the Von Miller contract if you could. If I was going to take a shot, and this is a sweet deal for the Dolphins, I would say the contract is around $90 million, and I would say it's around $60 million in guarantees.
How much is the annual with that?
I would say if it's a 4-year, I would say annually it's $25 million a year.
They said that he's looking for like 20.
There you go. There it is. I'm telling you, he's going to get like a 4-year, $89 million contract, probably be about $60 million guaranteed.
And the rest, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably right around where it's going to be. So,
and that's not bad if it's 60.
It's a pass rusher. It's a middle-aged 20s pass rusher. I know he's an outside linebacker, but he's been used as a pass rusher. And guess what? As he gets older,
go ahead.
As he gets older
Mm-hmm.
and gets closer to the end of his contract, we can either A, offload him, B, restructure and extend, or C, hopefully we're like, hey, sorry, but we're giving the big $100 million contract to Jalen Phillips, a guy that we have in the building already. So go ahead.
So his last contract was 4 years, $27 million, with $17 million signing bonus.
Well, that's a rookie deal. So
yeah, it's his rookie deal. So we're getting him on the end of his rookie deal.
No, Von Miller's contract. I was asking.
You wanted Von Miller? Okay, you're asking for Von Miller.
Yeah, Von Miller's contract, which is his second bag, technically, and they paid him like it's his first bag. And I think they had to pay the
deal is 6 year, $120 million.
I rest my motherfucking case.
Yeah.
How many guarantees?
It says including an $18.5 million signing bonus, $51.4 million in guaranteed.
It's actually not a bad deal with the guaranteed money. But if they cut bait with that contract in year 3, he'll get more of it guaranteed, and they'll end up probably carrying $10 to $15 million in dead cap the first year they're without him, or they can keep him. Just talking sense. I pay attention to the dollars in the sense. Listen, to me, it's very interesting to follow the contracts and the cap manipulation and all that stuff. It's another game to watch. So,
well, there you go. But at the end of the day, yeah, Chubb's gonna probably cost around 19 to 20 million a year, man. I mean, they have. I mean, at the end of the day,
they find a way. They find a way to get a 26-year-old pass rusher on the books for for the numbers I'm saying. I'm gonna be ecstatic, bro.
Gesicki's not gonna. He's not gonna be here next year. You already know Gesicki's not gonna be here. You know Byron Jones is not going to
Michael K again thinks he's slam dunking me, but he doesn't realize that again. You're making my point. They had to manipulate the contract in year 1 to hopefully ease some of the pains they're going to find themselves in with contract manipulation. Only proving my point that if you guys fail to secure a Super Bowl this year,
it's going to get tougher and tougher.
It's going to get harder and harder, man. It's going to get harder and harder. You're going to be shaking this guy down to try to figure out a way to restructure, carry dead cap, sign a bonus, all this shit. Come on, bro. You know the game.
They might even have to talk to Josh Allen and restructure him.
Look, Michael K says he retires, there's no dead cap. Like, he's going to do you that favor, Michael. It's not like he's homegrown from there and got a Super Bowl there, and he's... it's not like he's going to retire and open up his car dealership and run for freaking political office in Buffalo, bro. Let's be real. When he retires, he's going to do a one-day contract and be put up in the rafters over in friggin' Denver.
That's true. I agree with that.
That's true. It's definitely true.
He retire in political office in Buffalo. That's pretty funny. Yeah.
He has a chicken ranch.
Yeah, he's really into it, actually.
Hey, listen, there's fucking good money in that. My aunt, on my dad's side of the family, lots of farmers on that side. My aunt has these hens. They're like a specialty type hen, and their eggs are like really good eggs. She sells them out there. She sells the hens. She also breeds munchkin kitties, which sell for thousands of dollars a cat. She also breeds those cats that look like a leopard, but
That's awesome.
they're a house cat and stuff. They're irritating, honestly. They're very beautiful, but man, they're too feral for me, and they're loud. But yeah, man, big money and stuff like that. But that doesn't mean he's like, hey, I want my chicken money over my buffalo money. No, you have to pay me extra to leave early, dog. He's gonna take that buffalo money and make some buffalo chicken, bitches. What's good?
Greg.
I know. Bills will never win a Super Bowl. They only want AFL championships. That's right. I love Greg. I can hear Greg laughing from here. I can hear Greg laughing from here, dude. He fucking kills me. Greg's always lurking around somewhere, fucking just that evil ass fucking cackle he's got. It's fucking hilarious. I love it. No, I'm gonna keep thinking it, Michael, because the bottom line is that Buffalo has given me no reason to think that they're ever gonna do anything other than be famous for failure. Just a fact.
Is he asking why didn't Von Miller come to Miami? Is that what he's asking?
Why didn't he go to Miami? Because we didn't want him and didn't offer him. We're not dumb. We're not handing fucking 30-plus-year-old fucking pass rushers money. I don't give a shit how good they were 5 years ago. That don't mean shit to me.
I think the oldest guy we have on the team is Melvin Ingram, and he's getting like nothing.
1 year deal. 1 year deal, and I think we paid him what, $6 million guaranteed or some shit, something low. Not even. Yeah, come on, bro.
We have one of the youngest teams in the NFL.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, bro, let's get real. All right, so I've got some articles I want to get into, but before I do, we've already passed the 2-hour mark almost. So, guys, hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. If you're watching on Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter, make the journey over here to YouTube and subscribe here on YouTube. Hit the like button and get in on the chat with everybody else. It's the place to be. Check out all the great content. We got color commentary doing late nights on Tuesdays now. And you can also catch Coffee and a Cup of Color just sneaking on you at any given moment. You can catch Ali with the Late Night Exhale on Saturdays, crushing it on the weekends, getting you guys ready for Sunday Night Football. Ali usually goes at 10 unless it's a home game, in which case he tries to go earlier because Ali's at the game. We got boots on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can expect me, El Capitan, and from now and every time I can, I'm going to be calling the games wearing the purple jacket because when I'm calling them, we winning them, and we winning them nice. We winning them in the good. And you're welcome, everybody. This purple jacket and these beautiful face and this beautiful voice is helping the Dolphins win, and I've got proof. And, guys, also, make sure you're hitting the link in the description for Fanatics, officially licensed, official partners of Fanatics. It helps out the show that way. You also got Backroom Collections link is in the description. If you use offer code #TFTG, you'll get 10% off all of your purchases, as well as the link to all our good stuff. And if you're in chat and you want to get something from us right here from this site, any of the good stuff you see here, and there's tons more from the website, let us know. I can get you 10% off if you let me know before you go. I'll ask Zippa for the code, and he'll hook you guys up. We also appreciate Cash App, Venmo, the Fins Tailgate, or Super Chat. If not, membership, anything and everything, guys, help support the show. Not the midnight hour radio voice. So, all right, let's go through some of these articles. Let me. Okay, so article from Sun Sentinel, David Fornes, and this is just a rundown of what Chris Greer's had to say. Here's what Chris Greer said about Bradley Chubb trade, Tua, Gesicki, and more. The Miami Dolphins were looking for a premier pass rusher and ultimately decided, I'm going to put you on mute, Ali. Ultimately, they have decided on going with the premier of the Denver Broncos. Dolphins' career on the process of acquiring the 2020 Pro Bowl edge defender who had 26 sacks through 4.5 seasons, including 5.5 thus far in 2022 on Wednesday. We're always looking for opportunities to upgrade the roster and do things that we've thought would benefit us, not just today, but long term as well, Chris Grier said after Miami landed Chubb on Tuesday. He's a 26-year-old player at a premium position, a very good football player. We had very casual conversations a couple of weeks ago about it, but probably until like the last couple of days when the Broncos got back from London, things really began to heat up. The long term is the key answer in this, or is the answer in this key. Chubb is in the final year of his contract. Grier indicated Wednesday he is confident the Dolphins will sign him to an extension. When you do a deal like this for a player, you always, from our perspective, when we do business, that we would like to have something done. And we anticipate having something finished up here shortly. In the short term, Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel expects to play his team's new 2 acquisitions on Sunday afternoon on Soldier Field against the Chicago Bears. They'll play. Now, how much? That's yet to be determined, McDaniel said. I'm excited for the team because both of those individuals are excited to be part of this team. We're very happy with the direction we're going in, and hopefully that will push forward to continue in that direction. Oh, real quick tidbit for everybody. Bradley Chubb is Brandon Jones. I believe it's his brother, their brother-in-laws. I don't know. They're related in some term. They're either cousins or brother-in-laws. So he will have someone in the organization that he can be, helped along with fitting in with the culture. There are also injury concerns surrounding Chubb after he missed most of the 2019 season with a torn arterial cartilage ligament in his knee and half of the 2021 season with an ankle ailment. Injuries happen, but we feel good that at his age and how he plays and the things we do, that it was a risk worth taking, Grier said. We did a lot of research and analytics looking into that. If you go around the league and look at other guys that are premier pass rushers, historically, there's been guys that have had ACL and multiple ACL injuries as well. With him, he's 26 years old. He's a tough kid. He keeps himself in great shape. Trading away their remaining first-round pick, the Dolphins is also a statement that Miami is confident in the quarterback Tua Tagovailoa. Very, very happy with how Tua's playing and what he's done for us so far, Chris Grier said. He's been really exciting to watch him blossom on and off the field. The trade deadline came and went without the Dolphins making a move for a defensive back, with the team depleted by injuries at cornerback and even safety. Chris Grier had this to say: "We'll always keep looking for those opportunities," Grier said. When you get into the trade deadline, another thing, everyone's looking the same positions: corner, pass rusher, and offensive lineman. That ain't no bullshit, guys. Those are the three. They're premier positions. Everybody knows. We didn't make the move. Our coaching staff feels very strongly, as do I, that we have a great group of guys. The guys have played well. Grier added that cornerback Byron Jones is still working his way back. McDaniel noted how the improvement in the pass rush also benefits the whole defense from the front to the secondary. What another edge rusher, especially of his quality, can add to the defense, it can make our team that much better, McDaniel said. It can make people at that position group he plays, the defensive front. It can help corners and safeties. It's a collective. The Dolphins GM also said said franchise tagged tight end Mike Gesicki was not involved in trade conversations. I received no phone calls about Mike, Greer said, and we were not actively shopping him. I call bullshit on that, Greer, but hey, I feel you. With running back Jeff Wilson coming over from the San Francisco 49ers, Greer indicated McDaniel may have had a slight push for the organization to land his former player. He probably had a little bit of influence on that one, Greer said. He's also a tough kid. He's physical. We had talked about him in the offseason as well. So when the opportunity came, Denver asked for Chase Edmonds. We had to find a running back, and we were able to get a deal done. McDaniel had a relationship with Wilson going back to scouting him before the 6-foot, 213-pound tailback went undrafted out of North Texas in 2018. I've seen him really grow into a professional, McDaniel said. He's a guy that is magnetic. He's very football focused. Has a nature of playing football, has a nature of playing football that I think will help or affect his teammates in a positive manner. Edmonds' brief stint in Miami came to an end when he averaged just 2.9 yards per carry in his 8 games as a Dolphins after the Dolphins signed him to a 2-year, $12.1 million contract in the offseason. As Raheem Mostert supplanted himself as the top running back, Edmonds didn't appear to click in Miami's wide zone scheme, and McDaniel countered that notion. It wasn't really that it wasn't clicking, McDaniel said. This was something to help really facilitate a different roster need that we felt fortunate to be able to compensate from his loss with the ability to get Jeff. So, good for the Dolphins doing these moves simultaneously, because if they had done that move and gotten rid of Chase Edmonds without having the Jeff Wilson teed up, the Niners could have said, hey, we want a 4th, not a 5th. You know what I'm saying? They could have dicked us around a little bit, which, hey, whatever, is what it is. But that didn't happen because Chris Greer and company are smart, and they were able to pull off the trade simultaneously, making it all seem as beautiful as can get. So I don't know if you guys saw Tua Tagovailoa's press conference. I'm going to actually pull it up here directly. I wasn't able to watch all of it live. I've been super, super busy, but we're going to go ahead and play it now. But, man, we have a super confident Tua Tagovailoa on our hands right now. We've got salty Tua in the building. No more rusty Tua. We can officially welcome back salty Tua Tagovailoa, my favorite type of Tua. So let's bring this up. We'll watch this video and comment as it goes along.
On the specifically Bradley Chubb, where were you? What was going through your mind?
Well, I know Mike does whatever is best for the organization, and I know him and Chris had multiple conversations about deals that were going around. But I think at the end of the day, that's the decisions that they came up with, and for us as a team, I mean, it's sad to see one of our former teammates leave.
I know, try hard. I want that hoodie.
He knows, and we know that it's part of the business.
How does it make you feel? Because they sent a first rounder to Denver, which, when it comes to drafting quarterbacks and in the upcoming draft, it means they're probably out of that. So does it make you feel supported, like when you see your organization making big decisions like that to build around the team as it is?
Great question.
I would say I felt supported, from the time, Mike came in, getting guys like Tyreek, obviously we had Mike Gesicki, bringing in guys like Raheem Mostert, guys that kind of understood the offense.
let's be real. And Tua's playing such a good boy right now. He knows, just like we were talking about Ali. This is a vote of confidence for him.
Yeah, it definitely is. Absolutely.
It really, really is, bro. He knows it, and so do we. I mean, them saying this, say, Tua, we're going to take the biggest piece, that first-round draft pick, off the board. So all the talk and speculation of us pivoting for a quarterback in the draft or in free agency is off the table now. This is your football team. Take it. And soon we're gonna hand the keys to the kingdom over to you with a mega deal and a long-term contract. Once you take care of your business the rest of this year and next year. That's just how it works.
That have been with him, with Trevor. I would say I felt support, before all of that. So, yeah.
I know you said it's part of the business, but Mike was talking about how the juice that type of deal, those types of deals can add to a team. I mean, in the locker room, with your teammates, do you feel maybe today was a little more excitement, even with adding a Pro Bowler like Bradley Chubb?
Yeah, I think it's always exciting when you add someone like that and someone of that caliber to our team. He'll definitely help out our defense. And with Jeff, I know Jeff will do as much as he can with helps out on offense.
So real quick to answer Leslie's question, shout out Leslie. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Who is Chubb replacing on defense? That's the beauty. He's not replacing anybody. That's the most amazing part. If you want to be technical, he's replacing the guy we got. Oh my God, what's his name? Ali. We picked him up late in the year, or after the year started. Trey
Flowers.
Trey Flowers. Thank you. That's whose spot he's taking.
Doesn't he also play Van Ginkel's position too?
Yes, but
that's what I'm worried about. That I want to know how they use them in that kind of caliber. To be honest.
Honestly, man, I think this doesn't hurt Van Ginkel because if anything, it might help the Dolphins be able to figure a way to keep Van Ginkel in Miami for a very affordable price. Then again, they might do Van Ginkel a solid and say, "Hey, Van Ginkel, we're gonna let you shop and see what you can get out there in free agency. We're going to have a number we're going to give you, and we're going to stick to it. Negotiations aren't going to go past this. If you think you can get more money somewhere else or want to," that's what I think we're going to see. We're going to see the Dolphins offer Van Ginkel a modest yet decent contract to remain with the Dolphins because you got to remember what they allot for positional value, and they're paying a guy, Bradley Chubb, a premium to be here. But I would imagine they want to keep Van Ginkel, homegrown talent. I love the guy, but I think if Van Ginkel goes out into free agency and looks, he can say, okay, here's Miami, no state tax. I get to stay here. My wife and family, who they just had a baby. Shout out to the Ginkel household, who they had a baby a couple months back. They could look at that and see what the overall cost is to stay here or how much more money someone would be willing to give them if they were to move. So, but that's yet to be determined. So really, he's not replacing anyone, Leslie. That's the best part. He's replacing someone that ain't there no more, and we've replaced him with a guy who's going to be there for years to come. All right, I'm going to press play again.
Yeah, I was just about to say the Bears are well.
What's the biggest challenge in running the offense on the road versus here?
Yeah, a lot of challenges. Depending on the crowd noise, and for guys who haven't played in Chicago or who haven't set foot there, the field I would say isn't as good as
Okay, interrupting us here. I gotta address this. How many national commercials does Tuna have? Herbert has 2 or 3. Is that how we're fucking ranking quarterbacks now? How much national attention they can get? Because if that's what you're doing, fuck around and find out. Dolphins get in the playoffs and start getting primetime shit. You'll be seeing Tua's face on fucking everything. Are you kidding me? This kid is a brand like no other. They'll be having friggin' Tua's face on shoes, on anything. They'll be putting them all over everything. No problem, Leslie. Any questions you guys got, ask it in chat. If I don't answer it, try to retype it, and I always try to look. I'm always happy to answer any questions. Yeah, Michael K., we're not judging. You know what? National commercials. Get the fuck out of here.
Cleats that we wear and the weather as well. You know, it could be sunny at one point and just be a downpour. It could be hot, it could be cold. I mean, who knows? You know, it could be windy, it could be slight breeze. You know, who knows? So we'll have to be ready for any circumstance that we're given. But you know, these guys are a good team, and we're looking forward to the challenge they bring.
Doing a good job this year of kind of taking narratives and smashing them about you and your performance and all that. And well, I guess one of the few that's remaining is winning in cold weather, winning in windy, bad weather. Is this kind of a focus for you this stretch? Hey, I gotta prove I can play this first.
I think for myself, it's proven that I can be consistent with my play. I'm not necessarily focused on whatever the weather is or whatever the climate is there. Just focusing on what I can do to plays team the ball, whatever that
practices a start last year and changed a lot, but were there any takeaways from these years?
Well, yeah. The first thing that came to mind was obviously the field, the condition of the field. But being able to play against their guys. There's a lot of guys who aren't on the roster when we went over there for a joint practice, but they still got a couple guys that are there in the back end. And like I said, we're just looking forward to whatever challenge they bring.
So while you guys were at,
how much does the Bears defense change without Roquan Smith? I'm sure I think he was traded probably after you guys started study.
Yeah, I think it changes a lot. If you look at the film, I mean, him and Robert Quinn, they were basically, the heart of the defense there. But that's not to disclose that, the guys that are, stepping in for them aren't going to do all they can to, help their team, stop us or help their team make plays to get their offense the ball back. So, no, I think it's big for them, but at the same time, it's the NFL. It's a next man up mentality. So, we'll know that they'll have a good plan regardless of who's in.
Back to the Knicks for a second. Do you think these acquisitions make you guys Super Bowl contenders? And do you think you were Super Bowl contenders to the trade?
Yeah, I think throughout OTAs and throughout training camp, we could see the potential that we had as a team, offensively and defensively. And, we're not afraid to talk about, going to a playoff game.
Fucking A, bro. I like that. You hear that, Ali? We're not afraid about talking about Super Bowls here. We're not afraid to talk about championships in this bitch because we're not afraid to be champions, unlike the Buffalo Bills, who are terrified of it.
You know what that means? That means he's starting to believe. And
are you kidding me? Look how he's handling himself in this interview, bro.
I'm not just talking about in himself, but I'm talking about everything that has gone. You guys talked about it earlier, all the stuff and diversity and everything he had to go through, right? All the stuff that he had to go through, all the, just the
trials, tribulations, adversity. You make it.
Now no more is that evident than on the field, where his decisions and throwing show that he's showing more confidence in his own ability, like I was saying before.
Yeah,
bro, 1,000,000%. He 100%. No more in the interviews too. He is, even when he was salty to it in the interviews at the beginning of the year, it seemed, I don't want to say forced, it seemed like he was just peeling back a little bit of the mask and showing us the real Tua. This guy right here, this guy on at that podium is the eye of the tiger I've been wanting to see out of this kid. It's the confidence. It's the little salty dash of friggin' arrogance.
And that's what I
where
was talking
we're not afraid to talk about Super Bowls around here. You know, that's a leader talking. That's a leader talking.
That feeling that you've already beat them. Not to say that you're looking through them or you think you can or whatever. No, it's more like you just like look at somebody like you've already beaten them. That's the look he's got right now.
Yeah,
like,
he's got the look that
we got this many games left. You know,
we got this many games and weeks and victories till we start doing what we need to do.
We should have no issues. You know what I mean?
That's right, man. I mean, and a guy that feels comfortable and confident. It's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Having the opportunity to go to one and then, hopefully winning one. But yeah, if you were to ask me that, I would say I have full belief that we are capable. Even with the trades that we
talked to him too.
So, yeah.
What did you feel for Chase Edmonds?
Well, that's my guy. I got to spend a lot of time with him throughout the off season, and obviously through the season. It's sad, it's tough. Like I said, it's part of the business. He knows that, and we all understand, and we all know that.
Wow, Tua, what a nice kid. Because all I'm thinking is, good guy, good everything, just needs to work on his pass catching ability, because that cost him his fucking job. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real. That was why he was brought here, to be that freaking pass catching back to go along with the speed, running back with Raheem Mostert. And when you're constantly getting schemed up and Tua's hitting you the ball in space and in the end zone and you're fucking dropping them, it's a good way to lose your job around here. And it's, sends a good message to the football team too. I don't care that we just got you. I don't care that we're paying you money. I don't care. You're dropping footballs, ain't doing your job. We ain't sticking with you, and we're quick. We're willing to pivot right away. Puts everybody. You know what? The team and football players alike appreciate that. In some ways, they don't like that their buddy's gone and stuff, but they appreciate the fact that, hey, it's a result-driven business, and you're not getting the results for why we brought you here.
Third down passer rating is the highest since they began tracking that stat back in 1991. What do you think it is about this offense that makes your third down so able to execute on third down?
Yeah. Well, I think we do a really good job in practice on, with the scout team. The scout team gives us great looks on what their team plays on long, and we're also, talking about things that could potentially come. So if they did come up, where could we go if this doesn't show up? So I would say we have a lot of answers for our third down plays, whether it's third and long, third short, of we could be getting.
You said in June that you are usually hard on yourself, and McDaniel was helping you to kind of get out of that mindset. Now that we're here in November, how would you kind of evaluate how you've been able to be nicer to yourself, if you have been at all? How much progress have you made there?
Yeah, I would say it's mostly internally now. I don't show it as much when I'm around Mike, but I do show it, when I'm around guys that I know won't tell me what, I feel like I want to hear at times, because of how overly positive Mike is.
He just admitted to watching our show, bro.
I don't know. It's like a give and take deal, kind of deal.
I mean, where else is he going to get somebody telling him the things he don't want to hear, but right here at the Fins tailgate, bro? Can't hear you, Kat.
You're right. Brutal honesty with staying centered. It's not about being an asshole or just being a hater. It's about being
He don't want
real.
a bunch of two and ears around him. That's what he's basically saying.
No shit, because you ain't a real friend. You're just telling him what he wants to hear. Yes men don't help you. They hurt you. Everybody knows
He's
that.
probably his favorite channel for all we know.
Fuck, I don't know about that, but
because
I
of
guess
how
that is a
overly
little far.
positive Mike is. And so, it's, I don't know, it's like a give and take deal, like give and take kind of deal. Like Mike is overly positive, and sometimes it gets to the point where I got to feel overly positive.
just was getting ready to click on that color.
If that's the case, then I just listen
all
to
right,
what he
hold
said.
on. Everybody, I need everyone in here. Chef Zhu is in here too. Thank God. Chef, put this down in the ledger, bud. Michael K says if the Dolphins beat the Bills, he will come on and donate $100. Bills win, you buy and wear a Bills jersey and wear it if till the next game, and wear it till the next game. What? I'm gonna wear a Bills jersey fucking a whole year? No, that don't work. That ain't 100. I'll tell you what, that ain't worth $100.
No, you'll just have to root harder for the playoff matchup.
I think he meant you had to wear it for the whole week until the very next game.
Oh,
For the next
okay.
Dolphins game, yeah.
The whole week? No, I won't wear. First of all, a Bills jersey costs like $100, so I don't know. And so I'm in Florida. That means I gotta order it. I mean, what are we talking about here?
And with all those garage sales that we have here in Florida, you can't find something a penny on the dime.
No, Bills fans know better than to show themselves around here. Come on. What you mean? A T-shirt then? I don't know. Maybe a hat, something like that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm not buying a jersey. I would buy like a Bills shirt or something like that, or a hat or something, and I'd wear it and tell everybody I lost a bet. Yeah, I can work it out with you. Sure, Michael. I'll do that. We'll go with a shirt or a hat, and I'll wear it after the loss. And okay, yeah, it's a bet. Dolphins, Bills, Week 14. Dolphins win. Michael K donates $100. Dolphins lose, and I gotta put, a shirt or a jersey or something like that on, that something in Bill's swag visible to the camera. I'm not wearing it for a full week, but I'll give you 2 shows wearing it. 2 shows in that week wearing it. Yeah, of course I'm not going to wear it all over the place. What am I, crazy? Yeah. All right, yeah. I'm
like,
game.
are you crazy? Does there look like there's a waterfall behind my house?
Yeah, listen, I'm not trying to get beat up in my friggin' state. What you talking about? We don't play that. Not that Bills fans got anything to worry about around here, but you get my drift. Yeah, all right. That's fine. 2 shows. All right, Michael K. It's a deal. Put it in the ledger. Chef. It's in the ledger. It's a done deal. All right, let's continue.
Says nod my head yes, and then I go away, and then kind of, just.
Do you ever to ask him, like, say something real or, like, not real, but tough? Like, be tough with me. Do you ever have to ask him that?
Yeah. But that's not who he is. And for him, he's not gonna do something that's not him, and he's not gonna do something just sporadical. So, if something really makes him mad, then you'll see, him burst out. But other than that, he's just how he always is.
Who do you go to when you want someone who's not going to be as overly positive?
I watch TFTG, and I keep an eye out for Pete when he comes up. Say it, Tua. You know you want to. Look, he's thinking of us right now in those eyes. He's like, oh, man, do I tell him that I watch YouTube and watch the Fins Tailgate or what?
Shoot, myself. I would also
Thank you,
say
Chef.
probably Bev, our quarterback's coach. Yeah, Bev. But he's not too hard, but he's just like, hey, we get this, like.
On the same note,
grown the you want to grow more.
I think I've really a subtle jab, but it was a jab. Huh? So I would say the deep
There goes our salty Tua right there. Look at him. Yeah, that's right. Laugh at it, you stupid apes.
ball, and then I can continue to get better on the deep ball. So
I love it.
All right.
Word on the street, Tua's always been deep balling it, just so everybody knows. That's the word on the street. Tua's been hitting that deep ball.
They are ants, Tua. They are ants.
Tua's been hitting those deep balls for quite some time. Since they dropped in the teenage years, he's been hitting that deep ball. Bitches, what? Get yourself some. Listen, guys. On the real, I'm proud of this football team. I'm proud of this team. And how they're representing us, because that's the thing that's such a dicey ordeal. It's the reason why people love football so much. It's the reason why people stop watching football, because it's painful at time. It's why we watch it. We love it at time. This football team currently constructed, Tua, McDaniel, Chris Greer, the team all the way around, is something to be proud of at the moment. And
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
that's right. And it's a beautiful thing to have this moment of serenity. And to me, a couple of wins or a couple of losses aren't going to take this away from us right now. And I don't know. In some ways, I'm so relieved that we don't have a first-round draft pick. You know what I'm saying? That we can shoulder the discussions and really just sit on this bad boy and just waller in all of our awesomeness.
It's fucking cook, man. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm saying, Color, it feels amazing right now. Feels like a fucking football team.
Chefs are in the kitchen. Dough's made, kneaded up. Meat's been marinated.
Look,
freaking put the damn shit in the oven, man. Let's go.
I've got the freaking charcoal already lit and going. Finn's tailgate style, dog. We charring out. I'm gonna pull the smoker around. I'm my buddy bring that smoker I brought last time. Booyah. It's great, man. I'm excited. I'm happy, and shout out to the organization to getting it right. You know what I'm saying? To finally righting this ship. Now I don't want to jump the gun, but it feels like we're in the right state of mind and place with this football team. We've got the tools, like Chef Zhu says, and we're gonna have to get Chef Zhu in here to help us do some cooking.
Yep,
wrist,
no doubt.
wrist.
We got to do it. We got to do a special Finn's Tailgate cooking show with Chef Jew and Von Joe.
Oh, yeah. That's a great idea, bro. We're going to have to work that out, Chef. You and Vaughn get up here. He can be cracking open the wine and, doing some stuff.
That would be true chemistry in the literal sense of the word.
Yeah. Chef and Vaughn cooking hour.
Yep.
I love it. Yeah, Chef. I think we should work that out.
Oh yeah, we need to get them both out to the tailgate, Ali. Let them have control of your grill. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yeah, Liz, I ain't worried. It ain't like I ain't had taken a couple of lickings. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like I ain't been punched in the face before. Ooh,
look, guys, we're right back where we were before the Cincinnati game. We have the quarterback with the best QBR and the best traditional passer rating in the league right now.
Talk to him.
We've got two of the top wide receivers in the league.
Talk to him.
It's just like Denzel said. You know what I mean?
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Yeah, and now we're in a situation where we're not so pins and needles on defense, even though we were already good enough to hold the fort. You know, we're at what 20, probably now 23 points a game, 24 points a game. We're gonna shave that off. That has to be shaved off with a guy like Bradley Chubb. It just has to be. I am back on track, back on schedule with my weekly defensive touchdown.
You know what? I like.
So.
Hold on, real quick, Color. I like where Mo's going with this. When we have the chef show, we'll bring on the sauce man for it. I like that. Yeah, Mo, I see where you're going. Bring a little bit of Mo's sauces, and we'll bring a little bit of Pete's spice on that bitch. Make a whole fucking thing. I like it.
Dude, can you imagine a regular duo show between Mo and
that'd
Pete?
be hilarious.
That would be gold, bro.
That'd be
Y'all got to
awesome.
realize that you might get aggravated with it, but damn, that's gold, man.
That's gold right there, bro. I like that. We'll have to work that out. A whole fucking deal. Maybe we'll put on like a special or something like that.
Right,
you know?
right.
You know
and
what?
no personal shit, just straight football.
No, yeah, football stuff. You know when it'll be really great, especially for the cooking and the content and stuff, is like on our way into you know, when we're doing draft coverage and stuff like that, on our way in those couple of weeks. That'll be a perfect time for something.
I'd make it a weekly show if both of them were willing.
That's not a bad idea.
Cooking and everything you could do.
Mo said you need to give him a holler. We're gonna have to work it out. We're gonna have to work it out. We gotta work it out.
Food, you could do it for Texans week since that's Thanksgiving week.
Ooh, damn,
right,
Ali.
right.
All right, now we're gonna have a meeting.
Dang, we're
Okay.
supposed to be, man. We're letting the audience show run with us. Look at this, man.
I like it. I like it.
Where else do you get? See, all the other shows, they tell you, yeah, show for the fans, by the fans. No offense, I love, you know, the guys that believe in that. But this is real deal. We're having a show running meeting right now, and y'all are involved in it.
Oh, fucking Most, marinate that meat with Mo sauces. I fucking love it, bro. Dip. All right, Chef Jew, we're gonna have to reach out to Von Joe. Let's reconvene on this, guys, because I'm digging this whole fucking thing. I'm gonna talk with the boys right now. I'll get with HB in the back. We'll have a whole fucking intro video for it and everything, man. I'm digging it.
Community, you know.
Yeah, fucking right. What are you talking about? Oh, real quick. Special guest coming on next Wednesday. I'll let you guys know further details.
Holding out on us again, bro. Look at this, man.
What do you mean?
I don't know. You ain't told us about it.
Oh yeah. Well, it just happened.
I'm good.
So it just happened. So but yeah, keep a
I'm
lookout,
gonna be guessing
guys.
backstage. I'm gonna be like, yo, is this person?
Nope. You can guess a million of them, and you're wrong on them all. So it's not like, oh my god, I can't. You know, it's gonna be an awesome special guest for sure. Totally in concert with the Finn's Tailgate solidification of what we are and what we're trying to be about. Yeah, the mantra for 1,000,000,000%. It's totally gonna fit.
Modus operandi.
It's gonna be a complete fit once this guest is on and how we gonna get it down. It's gonna be fucking hilarious. It's gonna be funny. We're gonna have a great time. So, other than that, guys,
private
that's
chat.
all I've got. Private chat. I wish, bro. If I could make that fucking happen, that would be. I'd be pumping it up completely different.
Yeah, that would be
no,
epic.
It is not. It is not the special guest everybody is thinking.
Wait, he should at least have an invite to the shindig, though. You know.
Listen, I'm gonna be sending an invite. Maybe we will get that special guest show.
Finn's Tailgate.
So maybe we will. That'd be awesome. That'd be
that
awesome.
one came from the top, ladies.
No,
it was not me.
No link today, Mo. Maybe I'll go tomorrow. Maybe I'll do Thursdays as the Thursday panel day or something like that, and we'll run it loosely. We'll send the link to Ali and Color.
It is post football, Thursday night football, so it is a good night for a loose format. You know?
Yeah, we'll be a little bit more loose on the Thursdays, and we'll make that happen that way. I think that's the way to go, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, hit the friggin' join button, become a member of the channel. We really appreciate if and when you guys do. Donating to the channel, please help us grow. It helps out in ways you guys have no idea. And, we'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll put out a show tomorrow.
I forgot something else.
Oh, Color, what you got?
For y'all in the in the southeast region, wherever there might be a Publix. $10 right now, felt pennants at Publix. They had a little display, man. They have more. They got flags. They got all the little gear. I'm thinking maybe right here.
Color. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be sending you a couple of
bucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sending you a couple of extra bucks on Friday for some of
Publix
them bad
near
boys.
you.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you a couple extra bucks on Friday for that.
The more further north you go, the less they'll be sold out. So I got lucky because I'm up here in Palm Beach area. They still got stock, in the Publix.
Listen, Chef, Mo, 1,000,000%. We're definitely gonna work this out. I don't know. I wasn't planning on doing it. Are you guys gonna hang around for some backstage stuff? I'll drop the link for anybody who wants to come backstage.
For a minute because I did get some rest. I'm just hurting like a motherfucker today.
I'll be around for a minute.
Sleeping, so I'm up.
All right, the link is dropped for the backstage discussions, guys. In limited capacity.
Don't tell me your business. No, I'm kidding.
Thanks, Miss Fins. Love you guys. Hit the like button, everyone.
Oh, yeah. Real quick. Thank you, Miss Fins. Enjoyed our show tonight. Everybody go back if you missed it. Catch Miss Fins and I for League Wide Wednesday on her channel. Give her a subscribe. She's like 300 and something away from 1,000.
Let's get her over there, guys. Let's get her over 1,000. Send it on over. TFTG Influx.
Yep.
Call upon the fams.
We do all league-wide game picks for this coming up week. We do an impact player segment for each position, so you can hear Miss Fins and I's takes on what the game's coming up this week league-wide. So she's really proud of that. She does it every Wednesday night at 8, and I absolutely enjoy doing it with her. So, guys, check that out. I noticed a couple of you have been frequenting over there and appreciate you all coming over and checking her out like you have.
All right, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Fins up, everybody.